is my right hand. This is my left hand. Okay. Good morning, Brenna. Brenna, let me know if you have any pose requests for today. Today is I think our theme is, I'm just not feeling it yoga, right? But I never regret showing up on the mat. But this is one of those days I need to draw on my friends, on my community for some ideas and suggestions. So if you've got something that's your body's asking for, your mind, your spirit's asking for, let me know. And let me know how you're doing. I've been making lots of those gator masks and just finished and dropped off my last batch to Kim yesterday. And was feeling a little bit relieved to pick up the Vicky pattern. It seems a lot easier. Good morning as you all arrive. Oh, you're gonna miss it this morning. You're gonna do a drive-by and see your parents. Okay, cool. All right, that's awesome. Let's see, if you were going to be, click on this and see if I can see more. Oh, the Vicky is amazing. Why can't I, look, let's see, I'm gonna have to bring this closer to me. Okay, you would say pigeon because you ran for the first time in ages. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, pigeon's always a good one, and I don't think we've done that in a few weeks, so that's probably a good suggestion. Good. I don't think anybody ever complains about a pigeon pose. Are your parents close by? They must be if you're able to do a drive-by. And then do you just kind of like hang out with them in the front yard or on the porch? And that's what I do with my mom. She's up in Athens. So not far. Hey, morning Dee Dee. Yay, you made it. Or at least I hope you made it. Oh, your parents don't let's see, Brenna says, my parents don't understand social distancing. They've been begging to have you over, so you agreed to drive by. Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. I know, that's been one of the hardest parts for me is just not having my mother as part of our pod, just because we feel like, you know, she is definitely in a more vulnerable category. Oh my goodness, Brenna, your parents live in Dallas and Paulding County, so you're going, okay, I understand why you can't make yoga. You got a long journey ahead of you. Yeah, well, have a good trip. Hopefully it'll be a nice, beautiful day for a drive. I heard it's gonna be really hot today. It's gonna get up into the 80s. And Dee Dee, how are you doing? I saw your post that you've been really busy at work, so hopefully things are going okay for you at the hospital. I'm finishing up my, I've got one more week of work and then huge transition for me. Like usually summer, you know, I don't often teach in the summer. And so it's always a big transition when I go from being like crazy busy to suddenly having time. I always feel like lost for just, you know, like a day or two, and then I sort of quickly figure out how to navigate the wider open spaces of time. But I feel like this year it'll be quite different since travel plans and the normal things that I do in the summer are really on hold. So maybe a lot more yoga, good long walks, maybe venture out and do some bigger hikes. All right. Oh, wait just another minute and see if anybody else wants to join us this morning, or if people are feeling like I am, which is, I was telling Brenna, like the I'm not feeling it yoga day, right? And it's often on those days that I'm so grateful that I have this standing commitment, because I never ever regret showing up on my mat. But some days it's hard to get here, and this is one of those days. So what I'm asking for is anybody joining me live this morning, give me a pose request. Hey, Sarah. So any pose requests in the comments before we get started to help me get some inspiration, because this is one of those days that I need my friends and community to help get me to show up on that mat, because otherwise I might not have. Yay. So we're just waiting for just one more minute, and I'm giving you all a second if you're typing in any pose requests that I can kind of factor into my sequence for this morning. There's a particular part of the body that you want to stretch, or a particular pose. Twists. Oh yeah, Sarah, let's twist. Twisting, that's what I want to do right now. Okay, let's do some twisting. Like it. All right, well, it's 9:03, so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, finding my way back to the mat. I like to start in child's pose today. So I have my blanket here, but I'm going to go ahead and move it to the side. Sometimes on days like this, when I'm just not sure that I'm feeling the yoga, I like starting in days like this in child's pose. It helps me. It's just like such a comforting place to be. So taking the knees out wide, walking the arms forward, letting the head drop down. Maybe the name of the pose says it all, right? You come into this child's pose, and it's just like a place of comfort, letting the earth cradle me. Taking myself also, or taking all of ourselves out into a private place where we're not seeing others, nobody's seeing us. Come into our own internal world, in that wide open spaciousness where everything's okay, everything's calm and peaceful. Feel the body begin to settle, grow heavy, the hips open up, drop down. The back rises and falls, and the breath is nicely audible in this position, since we're so connected to it in this small space between the nose and the floor. And the ears right there to hear the resonance of the breath. Close the glottis in the back of the mouth slightly to make the breath audible. Coming already into the Ujjayi Pranayama, the victorious breath, sounding like the ocean, and let this be your peaceful, ocean-like feeling. You might notice sensations in the body. The hips might feel stiff or tight. And it's a good time to remind yourself of the connection in yoga. There's the saying, flexible body, flexible mind. And that's kind of my theme for today's class, is that mind-body flexibility, and why yoga, which so many of us come to as a physical practice in the beginning, we realize becomes very much a mental practice for us as well. And so I'll read to you something from one of my favorite books, The 1001 Pearls of Yoga Wisdom, about mind-body flexibility. The body and the mind mirror each other. Your way of moving reflects unconscious patterns of thought and behavior, and vice versa. So when you re-educate the body's connective tissue to slide in asanas rather than to adhere and tug, you boost your mental flexibility too. And this increased ability to go with the flow can be highly useful in your relations with others. So we work on opening the body in our physical postures, and hopefully that suppleness then translates to a supple mind, an open, spacious mind. A few more breaths here with yourself. And then begin to walk yourself up, drawing the knees back into hip-width distance apart. The hands come out under the shoulders, spread the fingers wide. Move through a few cycles of cat-cow on your own, rounding into your cat and arching into your cow. Linking the breath with the movement, so the cat is an exhale. Draw the navel into the spine and squeeze all the breath out. Big inhale in your cow pose as you lift the gaze and the tailbone. Warming the spine in so many directions here. And then at any point adding in any other spinal movements that feel good. So I often like to take this side to side, adding in a lateral bend. Anything that feels good to you, just a few more cycles. One more. And then come to stillness with the spine. And now we'll move into a shoulder stretch, one arm puppy pose. So begin by walking the left arm out and drop your forehead down to the ground. Exhaling all the breath. And then on an inhale, back to table. Now exhale the right hand forward, dropping down all the breath exhales. Inhale, return to table. So take this now, cycling with breath, reaching forward, getting a deep stretch into the shoulder on each side, then coming up, and then down. So follow your own breath here. Mine might be faster or slower than your own rhythm. So it's a time to remind yourself, as always, in any yoga practice, that it's your practice. And I think that's one of the lovely things about these online practices that help us realize that I'm not watching you, I'm not judging you, I'm not even noticing if you decide to get up and take a break. And that's really as it should be. Feel free to modify, adapt anything throughout today's class. One more round. Right arm forward. And then return to your table. And I'm thinking of the suggestion of twisting, so let's thread the needle here and start with our first twist. First we get an open twist up to the right as that right arm reaches towards the ceiling, and then exhale, dive the arm through, rest on the side of the head, and decide what you'd like to do with that left arm, perhaps walking the fingertips forward, or deepening the twist by inhaling it up towards the ceiling and perhaps taking a half bind, letting it wrap around the back and tuck into the thigh. Staying with that deep Ujjayi breath, the breath that helps us find equanimity in our postures. Finding that edge, that place where we're experiencing sensation and change, but we're not in struggle. We're just calm with the feelings in the body. And release the arm if you took the bind. Bring it back down under the shoulder and come out again with a nice open twist. And then lower down. Other side. Left arm now sweeps up, gazing up. Exhale, dive that arm through. Walk the right fingertips long in front of you. Or take the same arm variation you took on the other side, reaching the arm up, perhaps tucking it around behind you. And then release, arm extends back up, comes down under the shoulder, and sweep the left arm high once again. Both hands down. Walk the palms forward, tuck the back toes, come into a plank pose. So before we press into downward dog, the stance for downward dog is the same as our stance for plank pose. So when we're in plank, with the legs extended straight behind us, the shoulders stacked over the wrist, energy down through the hands. To find downward dog, now lead from the core and press back. You might need to walk the feet in just a little bit. So there's about a fist width distance between the ankle bones. And tight hamstrings can be honored by bending the knees, continuing to straighten the spine, even lifting the heels up. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's stretch the feet, lifting up to the tippy toes. And then press the heels slightly closer to the ground, but they probably won't touch. Knees stay bent. Do that again 2 more times. Lift up. And then exhale, heels down. 1 more. Lifting and stretching the feet. Exhale, heels down. Now bend knees, look between the hands, and begin to walk up to the top of the mat. Hang out here in your ragdoll pose with your feet hip-width apart. Let the chest drop to the thighs. Let loose fists rest in opposite elbow creases, and the body may begin to sway. Letting the torso hang heavy. Head shakes yes and no, absolutely no tension. And release the arms down. Begin to straighten the legs and walk the hands up to the shins, taking a halfway lift, extending the distance between your tailbone and your crown, drawing the navel up and in. And then exhale, forward fold, hands behind the shins to draw you into the fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, half lift, linking breath to movement. Tract the shoulders back. Exhale, fold into the pose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. This time, come up through that flat back, but take the arms out wide and continue to lift yourself all the way up. Arms sweep overhead to touch. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your heart center. And then release them down, find your mountain pose. Starting already to get warm. So look down at the feet, lift the toes, spread them wide, spread the fingers wide like rays of sunshine here. Close the eyes and begin to shift into the 4 corners of the feet, finding a firm foundation, rooting down into the feet to feel the energy rise up into the legs. Loop the shoulders up and back and forward. All right, now sweep the arms up overhead, clasp the right wrist, and as you exhale, bend to the left, taking a nice rainbow-like arc here, keeping the right shoulder open and lifted, the chin is lifted. Exhale, fold a little deeper, and energy through the right foot and out through the right hip. And then inhale back up to center. Change the clasp of the wrist. Holding the left wrist now and exhale. Hinge over to the right. Folding. Breathing. Energy through the left hip as you fold and lengthen that left side of the body as you draw on the left wrist. Inhale back to center. Now we take a gentle back bend. Goalpost the arms, looking up, falling back, opening the heart. Inhale, center, and exhale, hands through the heart center, fold low. Inhale, half lift, mountain breathing now. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Stay here. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Half lift, inhale, hands to shins, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise up. Exhale, fold, hinge forward, mountain breath. Beginning to feel the life force energy flowing in the body. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. One more time, all the way up, inhale. This time, exhale, stay low. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back, find the lunge. Drop the back knee down. That back foot can stay tucked, which gives a lovely stretch in the foot, or you can release it, your choice. Let's take a twist here. Inhale, that left arm high, twist open. Breathe into the twist. Exhale, drop the hand down. On your next inhale, lifting high, crescent lunge, crescent moon. Pressing into that forward lunge and getting a deep stretch in that front quad and hip flexor. And now we'll take those same side bends. So drop now the left arm down, right arm reaches forward as you fold to the left. Then inhale back through center. Exhale, other way. Steady with the balance here, pressing into the ball of the foot as the right arm drops and the left arm reaches over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms, gentle back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, come up on the ball of the back foot. Step the left foot back, shift the shoulders over the wrists, moving now through a chaturanga push-up, knees lifted or lowered, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, holding here, 3 breaths. Inhale now, right leg forward, looking up between the hands, drop the left knee down. So now we're in a lunge on the other side. Inhale for your twist, right arm reaches high, gazing high, if that's comfortable and safe for your neck. Exhale, lower the hand. On your next inhale, reach up. Rooting down into the feet. Rooting down into the lunge, reaching up through the hands. Feeling the energy flowing in both directions. Nice equal opposition of forces here. Exhale, right arm drops down. Fold to the right. Lateral side bend, inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Right fingertips reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, chest expansion, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, frame the foot, come up onto the ball of the back foot, and then step the left foot forward to meet the right, fold. Inhale all the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Now we move with the breath. Inhale, half lift. Starting with the left leg this time. Exhale, step back. Drop the knee. Inhale, right arm twist. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, lower the hands, lift. See if on that same breath you can come through your push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. It's a lot to fit in that same breath. So if you need to sneak in an extra breath there, that's okay. Inhale, left leg forward. Lower the back knee. Inhale, reach high, Anjaneyasana. Oops, I forgot the twist. Exhale, lower that right arm down. Twist open as you inhale. There we go. Exhale, lower the hand. Now we rise up. Inhale. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left wall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right wall. Inhale. Heart opens as you exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, frame the foot, come up onto the ball of the back foot and step forward. Nice work here. Hold this fold for a few breaths. Toe heel your feet out hip width distance apart. Hands to feet pose. Let's stretch out those hands. So walk the hands under the feet so that the toes tickle the wrists. You can take a moment to bend the knees. And then as you exhale, find length in the backs of the legs. Find strength in the biceps as you use the arms to draw yourself deeper into the fold. You may begin to shake here. It's okay. Just go to your edge, wherever it is. Release the hands now. Bring the feet back to touch if you'd like to practice with the big toes touching, your choice. Fold as you exhale. Our next inhale brings us to chair pose. So hips back, arms high. Holding and breathing here, finding the strength in our chair pose. Sit the hips a little lower as you knit the core body in, reaching up. Arms frame the ears, gaze high. Exhale, stand up, hinge forward, all the way down. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, hands plant, step back, shoulders shift over the wrists. Move through your version of the push-up and your back bend. We meet in downward facing dog. Inhale now, right leg sweeps up, 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 up. Exhale, step through. Keep the back knee lifted this time as we twist open to the right. Breathing here, taking it slowly the first time through this flow. Then exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, crescent warrior here. Keeping the energy into the heel, into the ball of the back foot, heel is still lifted. Exhale now, airplane the arms, hinge forward, reach the arms behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms face the floor. One more time, inhale up. The next time we launch forward into full airplane, launching. If the back foot needs to touch down for balance, that's fine, just get there when you can. Breathing, continuing to find that slight up dog alignment in the chest as you open the collarbones and squeeze the shoulder blades together onto the back. On your next inhale, land lightly back into your crescent warrior. Inhale, open up star pose, yes. By the time we get to the star pose here and spread the fingers, spread the chest, root down through the feet, especially the outer edges of the feet here. Feel the energy in the legs, core body drawing tall. It's like we have arrived, right? Nice work. Exhale, horse pose, hands to prayer. Sink low into the hips, roll the weight into the outer edges of the feet. Feel the work in hips and perhaps begin to dance and flow here. Inhale, star pose once again. And now to the back of your mat. Exhale, warrior two. Hold here. Letting the inhales extend that wingspan. And the exhale sink into the front lunge. Keep the left knee open so the big toes are visible here. No collapsing down into that knee. One more full inhale. And exhale to let it go. We return to star on the inhale. Exhale, extended side angle towards the front wall. So let that right arm drop down. Sweep the left arm along the ear and spin the body open. So we feel a long line of energy now from the left foot through the fingertips. Letting the right arm rest lightly on the thigh. Trying not to dump weight, so feel the left side body lifting up and out of the pose. Stay committed to the lunge as you inhale. Simply reverse your warrior. Sweep that right arm high. And now exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, stepping back and flowing through your vinyasa, or we meet in down dog. For the other side. Taking 3 breaths as a nice transition here. Inhaling and letting it go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, now left leg sweeps up, up, up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, twist open to the left. Left arm reaches high. Breathing. I'm already trying to speed us up, but I have to remind myself we need to take it slow now on this left side too. Striving for that balance in the body. Hands down. Inhale, crescent warrior. You know where we're going, so I'm backing up to give myself some space. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, full airplane, launch forward with control, with grace. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back, draw the core body in tight. Inhale now as you land back. Hold for your exhale. Star pose, inhale, open and expand. Exhale, warrior two, back of your mat. So looking at that wall behind you or beside you. Gaze out over the front fingertips. Settle into your deepest expression of the lunge. Powerful energy down through the legs. Also up through the head. Visualizing a string, drawing your body up. Inhale, now return to your star pose. And now it's side angle, extended side angle towards the top of the mat. Sweeping that arm down and around and alongside the ear, gazing up. Ooh, I forgot horse pose. You all, we're gonna get that horse, don't worry. Don't worry, let's get it now. Inhale, up, star. Exhale, horse pose. Lovely horse. Never want to forget an opportunity to dance like a horse. Maybe one of those wild horses on Cumberland Island. All right, inhale back to star. Now let's exhale forward, cartwheel the hands down towards the top of your mat this time. Taking a flow and moving through your vinyasa sequence. Exhaling back, downward dog. 3 breaths here, settling in. one more inhale. As you exhale, let it go. Bend the knees, look up between the hands, step or hop up. Half lift as you inhale, and exhale, we fold. Ready to flow, breath to movement. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand tall, hinge forward, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take a vinyasa. Or meet us in down dog, we'll catch up with you. Down dog as you exhale, right leg, inhale, sweep up, up, up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, twist open to the right. Exhale, lower the hand down. Inhale, crescent warrior, rise up. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, full airplane. Inhale, land lightly and hold for a breath. Next, inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse, sit into it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat, sink low. Inhale, star again. You are power here. Exhale, side angle pose, top of the mat. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, take a flow. Dancing and flowing. Linking the flexibility of the body with the flexibility of the mind. Settling into your downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step through. Inhale, twist open, left arm reaches. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, airplane your arms, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, land lightly. Exhale, sink into the pose. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, horse pose. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, extended side angle, open. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, stay in the lunge. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, hinge forward. Move through the vinyasa. Down dog, exhale. All right, friends, are you ready? We're going to do something. It's going to be a brain challenge as much as a body challenge because we're linking the body and the mind today. And that is to now go through our flow one more time, but we'll link both parts of our flow. So exhale all the breath, bend the knees, look between the hands, arrive at the top of the mat, half lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale one more time, half lift. This time as you exhale, step the right leg back, drop the knee. Twist open, inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, low crescent moon, reach up. Exhale, drop that left arm down, lateral bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lateral bend to the right, reach the fingertips long. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, frame the foot, come up off the back of the foot, step that right foot, the left foot back, hinge forward and flow through your vinyasa. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Keep going right side. Inhale, right leg reaches up, up, up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, now twist open, right leg, right arm high. Exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, high crescent lunge. You know where we are now. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, full airplane. Launch into that leg. Inhale, land lightly. Hold for an exhale. Inhale, star pose. Here we are. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale. Oops, inhale, reverse the warrior. You know where to go. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step back, flow through. Downward facing dog. Other side now. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop up. We're starting from our front position. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, all the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold low. Half lift, inhale. Starting now with the left leg steps back, knee drops. Inhale, right arm reaches, twist. Exhale, lower the hand down. Inhale, low crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, drop that right arm, lateral bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lateral bend left. Inhale, up. Cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands, frame the foot, step back, take a flow. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, left leg, inhale, toes lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Inhale, now your twist is to the left, left arm sweeps high. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high crescent warrior. Exhale, airplane. I didn't realize the phone could ring during a Facebook Live. I thought that would overrule the phone. Arms up, where are we? Full airplane now. Launch into that left leg. Inhale, drop back. Hold for an exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale. Oops, I forgot horse. Horse. Inhale, reach up. I always forget that glorious horse. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior, reach up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step back and flow through. Vinyasa transition. Down dog as you exhale. Hold, 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 and breathe. All right. One more lovely push of strength since we've gathered so much prana, life force energy in the body. Come forward now into a plank pose and bring the big toes to touch. Let's come into a side plank. So you can drop that left knee down to the ground if you'd like, or simply let the heels fall to the left, pressing the energy into the left palm, sweeping the right arm high to the sky, lifting the hips up. Nice open expansion of the chest. Breathing into it. Feel the right side body lifting you up and out of the pose, no collapsing down into the left side. And then exhale, lower the hand, change sides, drop the heels down now to the right, energy into the right arm, reach that left arm high and send the hips up, 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 hold. If you would like to modify, that right knee can be down on the ground for support. walk to the knees. And let's press the hips back into child's pose. Perhaps a closing child's pose now. And let the arms too come now to rest alongside the body. Slowing down the breathing, turning inward. And then walking yourself up. Preparing now for a camel pose. So let's come up to our knees, hips stacked directly above the knees. Walk the knees out hip width distance apart. It's 2 fist width distance, so if you need to reach down to measure, that's just where you should be. The feet can be flat on the floor, or you can raise the floor closer to you by tucking the toes under. So take a moment to find the energy and stability in the core here, to drop the shoulders down from the ears and open the fingers wide. Then reach the arms back, putting them into that imaginary pocket, the jeans pockets here. And draw the shoulder blades together, elbows come towards one another. And this might be your pose. You already feel the openness in the chest here as the hips press forward. Continue, if you can, to press the hips forward as you open the chest, just as we did with our goalpost arms. Continue to drop the head back, perhaps staying here, or if you're close enough to the heels that you might find them if you drop the arms back one at a time, but continue to press the hips forward, so no collapsing back into the spine here. Breathe into one of our deepest back bends, a position of great trust, vulnerability, and strength. And then slowly begin to walk yourself up, taking one hand to the lower back and then the other, and then dropping down, returning to a child's pose. Perhaps this time walking the knees out wide, reaching the arms forward, letting the spine neutralize here. And then walk yourself up. A nice counter pose for camel is rabbit. It is important, however, that you not turn your neck from side to side in rabbit. So if you haven't done this pose before, take a moment to watch me, look up at the screen, and then come into it. So we sit back on our heels, knees together. Reach back for your heels like you're trying to grab them. Now they might not be accessible yet, but that's okay. Just get them ready. And then tuck the chin to the chest. And very slowly begin to round down until the forehead comes to the tops of the knees. The crown of the head rests lightly on the floor, and then begin to send the hips high. Now you can reach the heels and pull on the heels. So I'm actually not putting any energy down to the crown of my head. It's not even touching the floor. It's really just grazing. The energy is pulling on my heels, rounding the spine, getting a full expansion of the spine. Breathe, send the hips a little higher, pull harder on the heels. And then very gently come out of the pose, drop the hips back down to the heels. Walk the body up. And just take a moment to rest. Letting the spine grow tall, hands rest on the thighs, eyes can close. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. And now if you're seated on the heels, and I suppose we all are, let them swing out to the side and drop the hips down so you can let the legs come out in front of you. We're coming now into a boat pose, so walk yourself forward towards the middle of your mat and extend the spine long now. Let the hands come behind the thighs. rooting into the sitting bones. Allow yourself to rock back so the legs lift. Growing the spine long and tall here. No rounding or collapsing down into it. And if you can maintain that length in the spine here, release the arms alongside the legs. You might start to shake. It's a wonderful feeling of aliveness and vitality. Perhaps extend the legs long and then really shake, but only if you're not collapsing into the spine. So I won't be here long, that's for sure. And then release, hands behind the thighs, lower the hands down, or the legs down. Let the hands walk behind the hips, fingertips pointed towards the glutes. Take a reverse table here, pressing up. Let the head drop back if it's safe for your neck. Bridge pose, so many of us think of this for our abdominals, but it's really the entire core muscles. Lots of strength in these spiny muscles that are so important for the health and vitality of our spine. Let's take one more version of bridge. So again, rooting into the sitting bones and gently rock back, not losing the length of the spine. Lift the legs, staying here, or release those arms. All right, I might not be far enough forward because we're going to take some pulsing bridge poses here. So inhale and lower and extend, and then exhale, lift back up. Let's do that 5 times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, we crunch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. I think we have 2 more if I'm counting correctly. Last time. All the way up. Drop the legs down this time, but extend them. Bring the hands behind you. So now rather than a reverse table, we're coming into a reverse plank. So lift the hips up. And if this is too much, you can take another reverse table, pointing the toes here and getting a lovely stretch through the fronts of the legs, as well as the entire front side body. And then drop down. Ready for a forward fold. So move the flesh away from the sitting bones, flex the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hinge forward. Go easy. We've just done a lot of back bending. So take your time here to settle into this fold, letting the breath slow down, letting the body cool. It's all about creating lengths in the backs of the legs so you can visualize your sits bones walking away from the heels. You might even want to actually walk them back so that the length grows in the backs of the legs and you continue to drop down. Gravity, just allowing gravity to draw you into the pose. No forcing here. Now inhale, come up, extend the arms out in front of you, and let yourself roll all the way down. When you get there, extend those arms long overhead, get a full body stretch. I need to give myself some more room. There we go, nice full body stretch. And then walk the feet in. We'll take a nice glute stretch here, figure 4. So lift the left leg up and cross the ankle over the right knee. Reach the left hand through that opening that you've created in the legs. The right arm comes around to meet it and the hands clasp either the front side of the shin or the back side of the thigh, and then pull everything into the body. Stretching the hips, stretching the left glute here. the right foot down, release the hands, but keep the cross of the legs for our spinal twist. So your arms can come out to your sides like goalposts. And now let the legs fall in this position to the right as you gaze left. And you can continue to press that left hip away from you, the left knee away from you. Deepen the twist. And of course, if this twisting in this leg position is not comfortable, feel free to release the ankle and just let the legs fall together. Your practice. Inhale the legs back through to the center, and if your leg is still crossed, release that left leg down. Let's go to the other side, pick the right leg up, cross it, and reach around and through, finding your version of figure 4. Gently release the clasp of the leg, drop the foot down. You can keep that ankle crossed if you'd like, and drop the legs to the left as the gaze travels right. One more inhale, fill up, and let it all go on the exhale. Then inhale, travel back through to center, release the cross of the ankle, and now drop both knees in, open them wide. Let's come into a happy baby, flex the feet, reach up for the outer edges of the feet, or the inner edge if you prefer. Draw the feet down towards the ground and press the sacrum, the lower back, onto the mat. Breathing into the hips. Adding some gentle rocking motion from side to side if you like. At any time, deciding if you'd like to wrap the fingers around the big toes and extend those legs long, continuing to rock from side to side, getting a nice massage in the back as well as a stretch in the legs. And before we move into our final Shavasana, if there are any final postures that you need for your practice to feel complete, feel free to take them now. And then whenever you're ready, you can join us by first giving yourself a big hug, clasping your forearms around the shins and drawing the forehead up to meet the knees, curling up into a little ball. It's a gesture of gratitude, love, appreciation for yourself and for others. And then we drop into our deepest pose of the practice, our Shavasana, the sweet release of corpse pose, lying on the back, extend the arms and legs away from the body, palms spin up, toes fall out. Perhaps shift the head from side to side until you fall into that perfect spot of comfort and ease. Take a full deep inhale and exhale. And then let go of control of the breath. Let it find its own natural rhythm. Find peace and ease here for a few moments, no rush. Letting the flexibility of the body and the flexibility of the mind intertwine. Integrate, merge. Turn your awareness to the feeling of the breath in the body. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll out your wrists and roll out your ankles. Stretch the arms long, reach the toes, take a full body stretch. And then bend the knees and draw them in. A few gentle rocks side to side. And then allow yourself to fall over to one side and cradle your head on your arm. Press now through the top arm as a transition back to a seated place on your mat. Invitation to draw your hands to your heart center, and we'll close the practice with one Om together. So exhale all the breath, and now inhale to Om. The inner light in me honors the inner light in each one of you. May you all be well. May all beings everywhere be well. Namaste. thank you for practicing with me today. Let's get my glasses. Bye, everyone.